Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel. This is Mr. R, and today I'm going to be going over some updates to my previous camo video, as a lot of the methods that I mentioned in that video have changed in such a short period of time, and I want to make sure that you all know the absolute best methods. And of course, make sure that you subscribe so that if there are any more updates to these methods, you can stay up to date and catch those new videos as well. Now let's jump right into it. First off, the last method which I talked about in that video was a glitchy sort of method on Citadel Day More, where you can start the Easter egg step with the brooch and it would infinitely spawn zombies, which you could kill with the oil trap for essentially infinite critical kills. While that method was probably the best method before, the method has been patched and unfortunately isn't quite as effective now, although still possible. In the most recent patch, they made it so that the zombies from the ritual can't actually leave the courtyard area where they spawn, so they won't run out and come to you if you're standing at the oil trap. This doesn't mean that you can't do this method, it just basically means that you'll get significantly less zombies while you're doing it. But it's actually still a decent method because you can still use it to farm critical kills, special kills, and elites, so it isn't useless. You just won't get all of the extra zombies that you get from that brooch spawning in, so it does get significantly slower. Still, I'm going to show you again how to set it up quickly just in case you haven't seen my other video, but this is going to be the short version. So for augments, make sure that you have Picky Eater on Vulture Aid, and one that I didn't suggest last time is also Supercharged on Speed Cola, which will charge your field upgrade faster, so you'll have plenty of uses of Ether Shroud if you get stuck and need to get out quickly. Also, make sure that you have Molotovs on your class, as you'll be using quite a bit of those during this method as well. Of course, the first thing you need to do is open up the map, open up the Pack-a-Punch, and get everything set up. I recommend that the first perk you buy is Vulture Aid, so that you can start stacking up Molotovs as soon as possible. And once you have the map fully opened up, pretty much all that you need to do is start buying perks and upgrading your gun that you want to use. And then once you've done that, head over to the oil trap, turn it on, and toss a Molotov so you can sit back and watch that magic happen. Remember that as long as you wait for the Molotov to fully finish burning, you can essentially head right out and go over to the other side. And then as long as you wait for that flame to fully extinguish every single time, you can go back and forth without really having to wait for the trap to be ready again. This method is great for camos, it's great for grinding XP and leveling up augments, and it's also really good for getting to high rounds, and especially now that you can't use that Easter egg step for the extra zombie spawns. This method will actually be more effective once you get to the higher rounds because you'll have more zombies. And it'll also make it a little bit easier for you to go out and upgrade your weapons and buy perks when you have to, because you don't have all the extra zombies chasing you around the map. Second, I want to go back to our Liberty Falls directed mode method because there has been a slight change to that method as well. It used to be that for some reason, when the round cap said 14 and you finished the round, it would automatically tick over to 15, even though it said that the cap was on 14, which meant you could skip a step and essentially end up getting set up a tiny bit faster. Now, when it says the round cap is 14, it means it. So while you don't get any manglers that spawn in on round 15 in directed mode, you can now stay on round 14 and still have manglers to spawn, which means that this method is now more effective for grinding both Mystic Gold and Opal at the same time, with more zombies spawning in for more critical kills, and a mangler still spawning in for the special zombie kills. I also wanted to include a method which I didn't mention last time, and we kind of left Terminus out a bit during the last video. There is a pretty good method for Mystic Gold on Terminus that still has manglers spawning in on round 15, so this can be used for a little bit of tandem camo grinding as well. This method is pretty similar to the inside of the bank on Liberty Falls, and basically what you need to do is get the round cap to 15 by following the Easter egg steps in directed mode, and then you can just head into the Wonder Weapon room and stand in the corner behind the door for some really fast spawns. The spawns in this room are arguably just as fast, if not faster, than the Liberty Falls bank method, so it's really up to personal preference which one you like better. Personally, I would suggest that if you're doing this method, it's probably a good idea to put Electric Cherry on Elemental Pop, because you're going to want to have that buffer if you need to reload since the zombies are getting so close to you. and it's probably not a bad idea to have reactive armor on Juggernog as well. Lastly, I wanted to address a couple of the comments that I got on the last video with some other good methods that you might want to check out. First, if you're grinding for Opal, you can use the tomb pretty well for that as well, because you have both Doppelgasts and Mimics spawning in, so if you play up to round 31, you'll get over the 30 special kills in just that one game. Someone also brought up the other good camping spot on Liberty Falls, which you can use in both standard and directed mode, which is sitting up by the zip lines, either on top of the bank or on top of the spawn roof. And you'll get a similar effect to inside of the bank or in the wonder weapon room on Terminus this way. The zombies will just run straight at you. If you have any other methods that you're using that you think I should cover in a future video as well, let me know. There's obviously a ton of methods out there, and while I'm talking about the ones that I think are the best, you might find some more effective that I haven't thought of or haven't tried yet. So I definitely would love to hear what you have to say. Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, folks, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends so that you can all get the Nebula Camo as quickly as possible. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.